With the bitter taste of Super Bowl 52 still in their mouths, the New England Patriots look to get back to the big game to right some wrongs as they push for their 6th Super Bowl championship. Is this team that good? Let's find out as we preview the 2018 season. Let's dive into some of the Patriots' key storylines heading into the season as we go into our 4-minute offense. Tom Brady is 41 years old and entering his 19th season in the NFL, and what's fascinating about both numbers is that when you watch him play, you just feel as though you're watching a guy that's entering his prime. Now we know Father Time is undefeated and Brady can't play forever. The hope for the 2018 New England Patriots is that Father Time takes his time before showing up and telling Brady it's time to go, because number 12 is still playing at an elite level. Julian Edelman will be suspended for the first 4 games of the season by the NFL, and the Patriots were counting on him to return to the starting lineup after missing all of 2017 with an injury. Now, this is not the type of start to the season that head coach Bill Belichick wants, and that'll put more pressure, or shall I say extra emphasis, on a receiving core that's going to be down one of its more important pieces. Now, this isn't detrimental to their season, but it definitely puts more focus on the first 4 games of the year, which includes 2 really good defenses in Houston and Jacksonville. One area where the Patriots wanted to get better this season was in the pass rushing department. To be honest, a lot of their problems could be solved with the return of some players from injury, like last year's 3rd-round pick Derek Rivers, who missed all of last season after getting hurt during training camp, and Keontae Davis, who was on IR the entire year after recovering from a bulging disc in his neck. The Pats also went out and signed Adrian Claiborne in free agency from the Atlanta Falcons to help add some punch coming off the edge as well, and Claiborne is coming off of a 9.5 sack season with the Atlanta Falcons. And one of the bigger camp battles will take place on the left side of the offensive line between Trent Brown and LeAdrian Waddle. Gone is longtime left tackle Nate Solder, and both Brown and Waddle will battle it out for the starting left tackle position. Now, Brown was acquired in a trade with the 49ers, and in my opinion, that capital given up gives him the lead to win the job. So it'll be interesting to follow this battle throughout the summer. Either way, they'll have good depth, not only at tackle, but across the offensive front. One of the major reasons for optimism this season for the New England Patriots is quite simply Tom Brady. As long as he's healthy, the Patriots will always have a shot. Brady is coming off of a season where he completed 66% of his passes for over 4,500 yards, 32 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions. And oh, by the way, he led his team to the Super Bowl, all at 41 years old. In the backfield, the Patriots boast some serious talent, more so in my opinion than in recent years. In free agency, they signed Jeremy Hill, who comes over from the Cincinnati Bengals, and in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft, they selected Sony Michel out of Georgia, who's excellent on both ends of offense. He's more along the lines of what they currently have in both James White and Rex Burkhead, 2 backs that can really hurt you as slashing runners and also as downfield threats in the passing game. Also, as long as Bill Belichick is the head coach of the Patriots, each season is full of optimism. He's entering his 19th year as the head coach of the Patriots and has only had 1 losing season and 1 winning season under 10 wins. That's unheard of in this era of free agency. So yes, the Patriots will always be in contention as long as he's roaming the sidelines. One of the causes for concern would be the receiving core. Again, without Edelman for the first quarter of the season, guys like Chris Hogan, who's always open, and free agent signee Jordan Matthews will have to step up and lead from the front on the perimeter. Or will it be a guy like Philip Dorsett or rookie Braxton Berrios, or will they lean more on the tight ends? I guess the overall point is that there's a bit of uncertainty with who is going to get, or warrant for that matter, the targets in the passing game without Edelman. And the obvious cause for concern would be if Tom Brady goes down, because you're 1 play away from Brian Hoyer. I don't think the Patriots did a great job of upgrading the number 2 or number 3 positions behind Tom Brady and finding an heir apparent. So they need to do everything they can do to make sure number 12 is back there for a full 16 games and even into the playoffs. I would also be a big concern about the linebacking core, not due to talent, but because of health. If Dante Hightower returns healthy, then forget I ever brought this up, because he's a fantastic player that does so much for their defense and is an impact player. If not, can Landon Roberts or Marquise Flowers fill the void similar to what they did last year in that same capacity? That's why, in my opinion, outside of Kyle Van Noy, there's still a wait-and-see approach with this group. Now, here are some Patriots quick takes before they head into training camp. Cordero Patterson and Derek Rivers are my breakout candidates for this upcoming season. I think Patterson landed in an ideal spot for his skill set and would be my choice for the player most likely to thrive in Edelman's absence. Patterson is dangerous with the ball in his hands, and the Pats will find a way to get it to him pretty quickly. And Rivers was an excellent prospect coming out of Youngstown State and will be exactly what they need in a pass rusher coming off the edge. So look for him to be a stellar player for New England. Some training camp surprises will be Philip Dorsett and Keontae Davis. Folks have been waiting on him to break out since he entered the league, and nothing helps a player more than staring his own football mortality in the face. I think the added pressure to show something very early will be exactly what the doctor ordered for Dorsett. And now that Davis is healthy, we'll get a chance to see what made him such a really good prospect at Chattanooga and a Senior Bowl invite. Look for both Sony Michel and Duke Dawson to be the rookie impacts on this team. Michel can have an Alvin Kamara-like impact on this offense as a runner and also as a receiver, and even as a kickoff and punt returner if need be. He's going to be very fun to watch this season. And Dawson, in my opinion, gives them a really good matchup corner with press skills that isn't afraid to mix it up in the running game. He can also play inside as a slot corner. And from a fantasy football perspective, you could never go wrong with tight end Rob Gronkowski. He's automatic inside the 20-yard line as far as both targets and touchdowns are concerned. The road to the Super Bowl for the Patriots goes as follows. Not to sound like a broken record, but as long as Tom Brady is there and healthy, they'll be in contention. The secondary depth also has to step up and become a strength, looking at players like Duke Dawson, Cyrus Jones, and Eric Rowe having to make it next to impossible for opposing offenses to complete passes inside the numbers and down the hashes. And finally, with the healthy return of guys like Derek Rivers and Vincent Valentine to go along with newcomers in Danny Shelton, Adrian Claiborne, and vets like Dietrich Wise, Malcolm Brown, and Trey Flowers, you can expect the defensive line to take the next step in becoming a dominant unit. And if that happens, the Patriots could find themselves in Atlanta come February. I have the Pats finishing first in the AFC East. This is a very good football team that went out and got better this offseason, in my opinion. Again, they have consistency and continuity at two of the most important spots on the team, and that's the quarterback and the head coach. Also, they may own the best special teams unit in the AFC, and that'll be good for at least 3 to 4 games alone. They will be one of the better rushing teams in the league as well. In my opinion, New England looks strong once again and a true contender in the AFC. So that's it for our 2018 NFL season team preview. Be sure to follow me on all of our social media accounts. Also check out and subscribe on iTunes to Football Gameplan Podcast, and to find other NFL team previews for our 2018 NFL season kickoff, visit the YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan and click that subscribe button.